Well, hello, and welcome to Stop Let's Team Up. It is time for some more 4 for 4 for me, and we're doing 4 for 4 episode 13. Say hi, Kirby.
Hi, Russ. Thanks for having me back on as always.
Yeah, it's been about what 2 weeks since we recorded a 4 for 4. That's normally this is where record. I've gotten ahead, so these are dropping much later after recording, but we're back with 4 for 4, and it's an era we've been kind of talking about that we're getting there. We're getting there for the last like 4 or 5 episodes. We're getting close.
Yep.
Getting close. And we started the sweet spot last episode, but I really think this episode and then like the next 2 or 3 episodes is perfect Stan and Jack FF. It
Uh,
is
yeah.
what makes FF FF.
It's why we're
Um,
recording, making this show happen. It's
it,
um
it's Marvel Super Team Comics. What works and not works. It's it's I think perfect. It's perfect pop culture art.
yep.
It still has some clunkiness that I have to do for this. Is this bronze? We're not. This is still silver. It's still Silver Age.
I'd still say we're still in the Silver Age, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
they
66,
really.
yeah, so
I
solidly.
would say Marvel moves into the Bronze Age at a different time than DC.
It,
I think.
oh, definitely.
Yeah. So, but I that marker I agree with overall. Um, but it's just so. Before we even talk about the whole arc as a whole, maybe I want to talk something about because we are talking about how important it is. It's one of the things that we talked about before. I want to kind of bring up now instead of later. For me, it felt like I was reading. This is where the shit that could continuity nerds. I'm assuming
Hmm.
you're a continuity nerd.
Yes.
I was a gatekeeper, and not. I was really bad. I was really self-conscious about my gatekeeping in like when I was introducing people to comics when comics started to be cool.
Hmm.
I was an adult when that happened, like in my 30s, really, when it really started to be more cool. And friends of mine, oh, I want to read a comic. What would you recommend? It's like, I'm going to be careful because I don't see you as a superhero person. So
Yep, I always ask.
I would ask my brother Huey, what would be good? Well, read this. Okay. Stuff like that. And it's like when now I can just throw shit at you. It's like when you and me were becoming friends, I was like, I got to be careful. I don't know how much what they're going to speak to, but this is where we get what I like about continuity driven comics at a
Hmm.
certain age. It was continuity was easier in 1960s. What did he, 67?
Because there's only 6 years of it.
Yeah, I said, yeah, much easier. And it was easier when I was in the 80s. It was still easier. It's only 20 years old. I can fucking juggle the timeline.
Yeah.
But this is where it is I'm getting my monthly installment of this wonderful comic book. The writer and the artist and the inker are
Yes.
all
Oh
singing
my
in
God.
tune. The writing's getting better. The characters you're creating are coming in are so good that we're going to ask you for them time and
Hmm.
time and time again. Every 4 issues is a feature film.
That
And plot lines that are going to end in 5 or 6. I mean, and they don't stretch shit out. These two guys, they know how to tell it. There's enough in each issue month that you're entertained. And it
there's
starts doing this weird thing where a story will end in the first 5 or 6 pages of one issue, and the new arc takes up the last 15. And it's insane and it's
it,
continuous and it fucking works.
it
So we don't.
does because I can tell you specific when we get there, you'll know the exact point, but it's like, oh, these first 5 pages will have just been one issue, and then the bottom two panels of this other page would have been the first opening splash of the next issue.
And you
Because
get a
that
little
fits
soap
nicely
opera in the
into a
middle.
trade.
And you get a little soap opera. I've got to take a shower. There's one where they go bathe, and Reed's got stubble. They start doing the Reed. That Reed is that dude that's so OCD that he goes into his lab and doesn't leave for 3 days, walks out, and they don't say, hey, you grew a beard. They're like, dude, go take a shower. You've been wearing a skin tight molecular suit. Well, I built in a toilet in it. I don't give a shit.
No, no.
Nope, nope, nope. You've been in there. Sue's going, no, I
But
ain't
did you
sleeping
wipe
with you
yourself?
until you clean yourself. But they go take a shower in the middle of a battle.
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, I was like, Only in a Stan and Jack comic in the late 60s would that happen. But it's all this stuff that we're going to see later in every comic you love. It is this second time through, I really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I really did. I just thought of it more than it just kicked it even more.
Yep, absolutely.
So let's get started with issue 46. Please tell me do you have mics up on front?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So
So
we
I'll let you
have
do and I'm not going to do synopsises, folks.
no. I mean,
No,
we're going to
I
be
don't think we need
talking the
them.
whole. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just going to kind of go issue by issue and tell you things that we thought were cool and the things that we thought were maybe dated. So what's the pertinent data, Mr. Kirby?
All right, we have got a cover date of January 1966, a
Jesus
on
Christ.
sale date of October 12th, 1965. We have a cover price of 12 cents.
I'm a year old.
I will not throw you under the bus. We have writer Stan Lee, we have writer Jack Kirby, inker the irreplaceable Joe Sinnott, and letterer Artie Simek, and editor Stan Lee.
All right. Let's start with the cover. Masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's iconic. It is an iconic cover. There are iconic cover after iconic cover after iconic cover for the next few of these episodes.
Yeah. A costume so great, Gene Simmons is gonna steal it whole cloth.
Yeah. Oh my God, the heads are all right. We're seeing and all the characters that are being thrown at us. In this issue alone, we get to see visually, there's so many new characters. They're perfect, they're iconic. The art, man. Who's on the cover? What do they list as the cover? Just Jack or Jack and Joe?
Cover is Jack and Joe. And you can tell because again, all of the FF look, if you close your eyes and go, who are the Fantastic Four? They look like this.
Yes, they do. His eyebrow's not perfect yet. We're getting
for a Ben.
It's by 4 issues from it will be.
Yeah.
The fine tuning Joe Sinnott is doing on how he is going to he is going to add. I don't know if maybe it's both. Let's just assume it's both. But the art we're seeing it's progressed. There's been a leap again within issues that they're getting used to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know how they would correspond. Did they call each other up on the phone? Did they know each other? Were they neighbors? Did they go in the office? Did they discuss how it is? But the blend of Joe and Jack is better and better and better each issue. And I'm going to probably stop harping on it until we get to other artists with Joe. That Joe is all he's house style, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
In the 70s, when it's Buscema and Joe, I can literally separate, like, okay, that's a Buscema. I always screw that up, and that's a
I call it Buscema.
Yeah.
So I'm probably wrong. But it could be Buscema.
Yeah, but you also said Len Wein, and I've said wine. I've been making an ass out of myself.
No, you're probably right. I'm folks, I'm terrible at the English language. It's perfection, and it's a great cover, and there's a reason okay. It's that Google thing. Has Alex Ross done a painting version of this?
I was looking for that. I could not find one of 46 specific.
I know, Alex, you're listening to this podcast. Ha ha. Please,
hey,
please.
If you are, I'll talk. Well, I'll talk with you.
Yeah. If I was rich, I would ask for a commission.
I have many things I would love. I could never afford. Again, if I was
a
rich man.
I think 20 or 30 of them might be FF covers. Especially these. They're so good. But it's a great cover, and it's like introducing the mystery of the Seeker. And I have thoughts on the Seeker.
I do too.
I do too. One snazzy dresser. That's a fucking great look.
It's a pith helmet mixed with a British red coat all through a Jack Kirby lens.
It really reminds me they took a helmet of like a old movie where you're seeing English soldiers in North Africa in Edwardian times, and kids. We'll get to it. And I posted. I don't normally post panels, but I posted a page on social media yesterday of when Galactus and further on and Watcher have a fucking conversation. Don't give a shit that the FF are standing there. And I just went, comics are cool.
Yes.
So there's a lot of comics are cool in these issues, but it's got floating heads. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. It's got the FF on one side, another lightning bolt. I hope you folks are hearing it. Can you hear it in the
No, I
background?
can't hear it. So
Okay.
hopefully it's not getting picked
Well,
up.
well, if I lose power, if this is being stored in the cloud, we'll have to start a I can do some fucking editing. I'll have to not be lazy. But you've got them all, and I think I'm not gonna lie that I was gonna make something for my cover Avengers, and I started playing with canvas and looking at the lineups and putting how I would make the little heads in the letterbox. Avengers got to have one for each issue, and I went ahead and did them in advance. And I was like, whoa, I run out of burn ones. I'll have to go find them. Okay, I'm still that nerd. But these are ones that I could see being the faces box in the corner
Oh,
box.
oh, because we're still looking. I just noticed, yeah, in the corner box in at least the Epic, it's like first two, three issue heads.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I'm not even thinking, but all these are great images. You got the big six because Lockjaw's count. I count Lockjaw as
He
a
absolutely counts.
yeah. Oh my god, this is the Humans. I'm gonna say the comment now as like I love the Inhumans. I love Medusa, but my love for Medusa comes from being she was in the team when I started reading it.
Right.
And I like the Inhumans. They're cool when they show up, and when they're handled well, they're great. But
Yeah.
now I'm kind of going, oh, I get why people love them. I
Mm-hmm.
get why, like my brother Huey's age, why it's Kirby's the best. Shut the fuck up. Jack is an asshole. I understand it. Calm the fuck down. It is fucking beautiful. It's important. This shit's important. These are cool characters. Dude, they were 10 years old when I read my first comic. But going through this second time, it's really cementing in it. Wow, wait a minute. Because and I've read some of the stuff 5 times. I've read this story maybe 3 times, 4 times.
I think this is my
Galactus, I've read
third time.
10 times.
Yeah, Galactus I've read like a dozen times. Yeah.
So, but you know what I mean? It's just when we're still on the cover, it's just this is, and like we've been, this is important. It's just this stuff being cemented, and it's Crystal's done here almost until they add the little black. I do like the black.
Oh yeah, you're right. That isn't there yet, but
No, but Medusa's here.
Medusa's
Karnak,
perfect.
Gorgon, Triton, who is my favorite Inhuman other than Crystal, because Crystal just skipped in line in this when she was an Avenger.
Yes, I get. Ooh, shit, who is my favorite Inhuman?
Do you really
It,
have
it
one, or where do they stand for you? Let me ask you that,
like
because they're important to the FF, but are they important to you in all of Marvel? To me, they are important only in FF.
I think the Inhumans are perfect supporting cast for the Fantastic Four, and when you try to make them more than that, and I feel I'm proven right, even
Until
retroactively, when they try to make the Inhumans take over the mutants, it does not work. It has to
if
be this limited cast, because I will say, even in just these 2 issues, we're going to talk 2.5, 2 1/3. I give more of a crap about the machinations of the Inhumans politics than I have in all previous 40 issues of Namor in Atlantis. And that's why they work when they are insular and a part of the weird sci-fi nature of the Fantastic Four. Because I could see Captain Kirk interacting with these guys, and that's where I like Fantastic Four the most.
Super science heroes,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you 100%. We're done with this conversation because we're both right.
Yeah.
No, it is, and but like if you read Astro City, I don't remember one, but if I reread it, I bet I see a group of Inhumans. Oh, it's the cat. Is it the cat people?
Ooh, might be or is that? Ooh,
Or
okay.
the girl, the girl with the daughter who has special powers because her mom. Oh,
Because her
those are her
mom's.
mom's powers. Never mind.
Yeah.
So, but you could there because Busick is he's putting everything in there, including the Inhumans. They're perfect. But I want to ask this question. We're going to talk about the big six, including Lockjaw, the big
Mm-hmm.
six. I don't think there are any others other than Maximus that I really give a shit
Yeah.
about. All right, no, I don't. I would like to read. Is it is it Ellis did the great one? There's a run in the early
There's like
aughts.
a worn out Jay Lee. Is that it?
The J, yeah, the J. It's gorgeous if you thumb through it. It's pretty. But here's my thing: is are there individual ones that are stars? Medusa is a star. She is a star. But she be in her own book. She's good. She was good in FF as a team member, but she's
Yeah.
good in FF as a team member.
Yeah. She.
So I'm gonna
I,
have to say I've made my choice because they transcend. They operate outside this book fine.
yeah.
So I mean, so that's I picked Crystal because she's my favorite because she
I.
works. She's an Avenger. I like. I like her as an Avenger. Someone says I'm going to put her Crystal back in the Avenger, and she belongs there. Go ahead, do it.
Okay, so I agree with you 100%. I really like Crystal. I like Medusa. And again, this could change tomorrow, but I think right now my favorite is actually probably Black Bolt, because and a lot of that has to do with a amazing design.
Yeah, I
And
do. Yeah,
there's just something cool about him in these issues. Even if you have the limitation of like he can't talk, so everyone else has to talk for him. It's like, okay, everyone else is building him up like he's the main hype man, like he's the hype.
yeah. So this is. Let me look at it. Let me kind of rephrase that, or just kind of we talk about two different things. I think for the Inhumans in a human setting, in an human setting,
Mhm.
where they're the story set in their world. I agree with you. Black Bolt is good, especially in later stories where you really get and when they focus on Black Bolt, how pain he can't tell anyone he loves them.
Mhm.
That because he doesn't know sign language. Medusa and them can read his body movements, which I find is if I was someone who used sign language, American Standard, what is it, ASL?
ASL,
ASL?
yeah.
ASL? I wish I knew ASL. I think everybody should be taught. There's a great line in a Doctor Who recently. It's like, sorry, I'm a nurse, but I don't know sign language. And it's in that's illegal. You can't be a nurse and not know sign language. And I went, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Doctors and nurses should have to be required to learn ASL. It takes
Hmm.
about 3 years to learn ASL completely. I have an actress friend who she needed a day job. So she learned ASL. So it's Black Bolt. It's Black Bolt. Fanboy who likes to take not the country, but I want to like it. So I like the Oakland A's. I don't want to watch a big team. I want to watch a blue collar. I want blue collar team. I want weird fans, not weird like do you beat your children? Or are you a pervert weird? Because I'm not taking my shirt off in public and putting a letter on me and sweating that next to my seats neighbors kind of guy. But I like Triton. There's something about Triton. It's why I like Element Lad. It's like why I like to pick. I don't want to pick the one everybody else picks. I want to pick the guy. Why I like Hawkeye.
Hmm.
I want the guy that I just want to fit in because that's how I felt as a kid.
Yeah, no,
Triton feels he's outside of his own team because he has a limitation because of the water thing. And I like how they get fucking rid of it because it's fucking stupid.
yeah.
But that his gloves and stuff keep him hydrated and blah blah blah, and he can breathe outside in and out. They're it's a comic book. Give him a break. But it's a great design. It's perfect. It's weird that the fishy guy looks better than like say Namor or Aquaman does for a water character. That's why I love Lagoon Boy. He
Man,
looks like he belongs in the water.
it's very similar character designs, really.
It is. It is. Oh, it's probably intentional.
Intentional.
So
Yeah.
though, but out if you're going to put them in the outer world, it's Crystal. It's
Yes,
Crystal.
absolutely.
So what's your outer world one? Which one do you think works best outside of?
Honestly, it is. I hate to just agree with you, but it is Crystal because like Medusa, I would throw her into an Avengers team just to kind of really give them someone weird to play off of because her power is so inherently odd, and there's no one really kind of like that. It
I
like
like
in
it
your
when Matt Fraction and I guess Hickman had some say in that lineup of She-Thing, She-Hulk, Scott Lang, Ant-Man, and her as like, oh, we just have to stand here for 10 minutes while you go on a family vacation. And they don't come back. And then they have to be the Avengers. And it's Mike Aldridge. So it makes sense. Because if
right.
you're gonna have someone draw a lineup that has Medusa in it, you're gonna put Mike Aldridge on it. I mean, it's
Yeah,
so that one works. But No one, they've never ever. She has gone out because in that era, and I'm not even. That's the time the Bob what hair
Bob Harris.
the Bob Harris era, Stephen Epting and stuff, and even at the is it she and who? When is it? Where it's her and Thunderstrike and Cersei and Dane? Is that who's writing that? That's Bob Harris, isn't it? The
Oh, this is
Gatherer
in after my
Saga.
cutoff point.
Oh,
But
you
I
haven't
think
read
you're
the
right. I think
Gatherer
you're right.
Saga. You haven't read the Gatherer Saga.
No, I haven't. I
Just read that. You don't have to read all of it. I mean, there's some shitty issues in there. I'm not saying there aren't, but when it's Epting and them and they're doing this, I really love it because I like that soap opera. I really do. And Crystal's in a lot of it.
I know. It's
She's a
like
good Avenger.
I like Crystal. I even have a soft spot for Dane Whitman. It's just like
No,
I
he's
don't know.
such a good Avenger. They don't fight. You know why he's still there? Because Harris can still write him. It's
Okay.
he's writing, he's taking it's the same theme, and he gets to have a little more romance. He gets to be center of the romance because you have Namor and his wife, and you have, that's and Crystal and Thunderstrike are characters I like, but it does degenerate. But the Gatherer Saga's Night, they fixed the vision for me there.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's, but she is the one that stands out. So I'm going to ask one last question because this is taking a long time, but it's this of the Inhumans.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you like to see step out of this shadow and join another team? And which team would it be?
Okay. Ooh.
This should
Who?
just be us to. We're going to do an episode just about the cover of 40 FF46.
Yeah, that it might have to be that. You know what? As weird as take Lockjaw, put him on the Defenders. I don't know how that works, but he's their team transport. He's taking them to all these weird, whacked out places. And at first it's like, what is this giant dog doing here? We kind of know who he is, but it's like, okay, after a certain point, it's like it doesn't go full Scooby-Doo, but it gets to the point where it's like they start to understand what he's saying, for lack of a better phrase. And so that's where I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put Lockjaw on the Defenders, and
All right, I'm
again the
gonna.
platonic pure Defenders that exist in Kirby's head.
Okay, that's fair because this is going to be an Avengers, and I haven't told you which one in my head. But I 100% agree that it makes absolute perfect sense. It's going to be another we both agree 100%. And ours too could live in the same universe because I think your Defenders lineup and mine Avenger lineup would be good. So mine is Karnak, Avengers,
Okay.
in a lineup that has like Monica Rambeau, Dane Whitman, Hercules. Um, nah, I'm not gonna and people like that. I won't fill out the rest, but those be no, I don't think I need if I have Karnak, I don't if I have Dane, I don't need a scientist. Dane's
Right.
my scientist, and Hank McCoy is always my scientist. You can have, and if I have, you know what, shit, I'm going to add Hank Pym in here as Dr. Pym.
Okay. Interesting choice.
I like Dr. Pym. I prefer him as Dr. Pym. I think Dr. Pym, he can be in the jumpsuit or he can be in a fucking suit and tie and a hat. Don't give a shit as long as they refer to him as a superhero title as Dr. Pym. I'm fine with it. Please, someone out there in the ether, take this on. Please rehabilitate Hank Pym. He's a good character. Give him a couple decades of like not fucked up, but call him Dr. Pym. He is a super scientist. Stop all them growing and shit. Use the gimmick where he throws things out of his pockets out and big shit appears because that's cool. But Karnak would work well in that kind of super science. They could fight bad guys, but they could go fight the Kree Skrull War. And they could team up with your Defenders.
Okay.
So, what's your Defenders? Is it kind of traditional?
Yeah, it's a pretty traditional one where you're gonna have Doctor Strange, Valkyrie, Nighthawk, Hellcat, Gargoyle, and I'll throw in like is it I can never remember if it's Demon Slayer. Is that it?
Demon Slayer, yes. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer and
Underused.
Lockjaw. So we'll make it so that'll be my big
Oh,
weird Defenders lineup.
you know what that means then? That
Uh
my weird Avengers lineup could have Gargoyle?
mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I gargle into there.
Okay.
And instead of a fastball special, this just popped in my head that him and Karnak as outsiders kind of become friends. And what they do in on their little team is they'll be fighting somebody and it'll be a trick. All of a sudden, Gargo will carry Karnak in with flying him in and drop him into a crowd of bad guys. And Karnak karate chops some motherfuckers up. Because I've fallen in love with Karnak, that his power is, he can chop something exactly as it needs to be chopped. That's it. I hit it here. I've now cut this building in half. I've cut out an island, because he's got that superior power. Or I can karate chop someone in the chest and it only knocks the wind out of him. It really is very, that he knows. It's kind of like Dreamgirl's power.
Yeah. It's
undefined.
But it works perfectly and never feels overpowered, which is really important.
And he's really a grounded individual. Mm-hmm. He's a little angry, tad bit racist about humans.
Yeah.
But okay, so that was an awful lot. Lot. Thank you for the gargoyle, because now when we're done, I'm gonna think of this lineup and and I don't want to know, and I'll post it.
I mean, I forgot an Avengers and Justice League lineup all in my head.
Yeah, I do it all the time. It's when I'm bored, sitting on the toilet.
Yep.
It's terrible. All right, so folks, that was this. Let's move on from the cover.
Oh shit! Oh, that was 30 minutes on just the cover.
Yeah, you know what? There may be an edit. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I may have to listen to this one and not be lazy editing, but I thought I was entertained. So this one's called.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Let's kind of go through. I mean, let's go through quickly. Great splash page, because it starts right where it left off.
Yep.
It's really like you turned the page from the previous issue.
I got to wonder if Jack even stopped drawing between last issue.
I just think he knew, oh, that was 20. Now I've got to put a title at the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like to me. And it's a
really
great one. He's just beating the crap. He is beating the crap out of the FF by himself.
Yeah, I forgot how much in these issues they make a big deal out of like his antenna, like having the electron.
I didn't know that was his power.
I know, because
until I realized, didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm glad I'm not the only one who didn't know that that's how his powers work.
Yeah, because I know at some point it becomes like his voice is like just destructive, and that happens within the Stan and Jack issue. So I don't know if this was still kind of maybe them figuring it out or what, but it's like. It's just one of those. Okay, if that's the only learning curve we have with this story, I'm totally fine with it.
I like how Jack drew something, and Stan's like, "I gotta. What are his powers set? How does he have powers? That they have to have a reason. Cosmic rays, gamma rays, mute. Radio. I like it. I don't know what podcast it was on, whether it was Jan Miles explain the X-Men or Titan of the Defense, about talking about the radiation poisoning. It's like you would just die if you got bitten. You would just, your organs, this is what radiation does to you.
Mm-hmm.
But that there's specific rules, and how Jack would just draw something, and Stan understood the need. We want, as fans, want to know. The kids are going to want to know why he just has powers. You have children? They're inquisitive fuckers. So I do like it. What I also like that Jack in these issues is introducing us to a whole new world.
Yep.
And 30% of it is a fight scene. There'll be a fight scene, there'll be a pause, and there'll be another fight scene. And that this fight scene between them lasts
couple pages.
I'm at page 6.
Yeah.
Is when we're introduced to someone else. But it moves. And there's shit happening in the background.
Yes.
And they're, kind of characters are paired off, and I feel like they're passing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got Johnny burning through the walls, heading away from the Thing and Black Bolt in a fight.
Then you kind of like just tried and just jumping out in his weird water suit.
Because they don't want to give away the look, and I understand why. Oh, he's a fish person. I could tell by the scales.
Yeah, already. I know that.
Or is he a lizard? There's a difference. Is he a fish or a lizard?
Fair enough.
But I don't get the reason. But it becomes part of the plot and part of teaching us that we should feel empathy for Triton, because later on, when he's not have water, Sue and Reed find a way to help him.
Yes.
It's great. Johnny gets knocked out by something. We don't know what the fuck it is.
Just himself.
Just himself.
Yeah, because it's because he goes. I mean, supernova or not, he goes through a brick wall. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Then Triton has to go into the water so he can breathe. And Crystal's like, "You beast, you've hurt Triton." She just runs across the panel.
It's so weird. Like, not even weird. That's not the right word, but it's like there's so much going on, and
well, it's chaotic.
Yeah,
I think it's a fight and it's chaotic, and they fucked up some shit up. And Sue protects Reed, and because Karnak, he karate chops it, and it actually bends in her force field. It's great.
Yeah,
and Gorgon stomps him, and they go off like a beach ball, and that ends this battle. That was pages 1 through 6, but it continued from 3 pages in the previous issue.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, folks. We could talk about every panel like we talked about the cover.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do this like we're on fucking Ritalin because it's so much. And then I want to say this because we're going to talk. We've already talked about the Seeker, but we're going to talk about a specific panel for a moment. But they've broken into the Baxter building. They're looking for another Inhuman, and they find Dragon Man in the little room where he's been drugged to pass out because they want to help him.
Mm-hmm.
The FF, and he's in this room, and the Seeker comes in, and we learn about the Seeker. Again, I want to say I liked what Hickman did with Dragon Man a great deal, that he wears spectacles, that he reads the paper, that he's Frasier. He's Frasier, but he's happy. Or he's Giles from Buffy, and he's happy. But he lives on a little mat, and he's having a nap, and he's a baby here. It's his baby Dragon Man. I understand why Dragon Man's a great character. He too could join another Marvel super team.
Oh, I absolutely. I would actually kind of maybe throw, if you're not gonna make him on the Fantastic Four, throw him on like a Guardians of the Galaxy or something weird like that, where people think he's an alien, but it's like, no, I'm just an android from Earth.
I got an idea. He could be the mentor of a team of kids.
Oh, okay, like he's on the Runaways or something.
I'm thinking maybe the Champions.
Okay,
I like Wade's Champions. I read that pretty religiously. I really like those characters. It petered out a bit, but I liked it. But I understand it. But let's talk about the speaker's costume. And while we do, I'm going to flip my pad upside down. Oop, press this, and so I'm going to screen capture this on my pad so I can put it on social media while we're chatting, and it will all be clear later.
I didn't understand that.
Man, fuck you, Bixby. Didn't ask your opinion. If y'all heard my Samsung Bixby, that's there.
Can you turn to the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, they named it after Bill Bixby, I think.
Oh wait, I was just being an ass.
Well, maybe they did. I like Bill Bixby. You can name shit after Bill Bixby. Courtship of Eddie's Father. I love that show. He made a pilot called The Magician. That would have been a great TV show. And his Incredible Hulk show, I think, holds up, because I think his banner is empathetic, and I think Lou Ferrigno does a fine job. I think he does what he's paid to do. But I'm saving this. But I love this panel. Let's get back to it. It's and I'm going to read the caption. We've turned a page. Even as Reed Richards uttered his prophetic words, a new and greater menace appears from a different source. You want to do the henchman and I'll do the Seeker? Or do you want to be the Seeker?
I will be the Seeker.
Oh, good. Because I like but you do a good bad guy voice. Mine's all kind of sound like they just sound like old queens. In a bad way. But okay, so I'll be the henchman. For your leave, Seeker, since we have captured Triton, may we not end our mission? Oh, when did that happen? Oh, they were too busy in the other pages to show us. I have no problem with that. Invading the headquarters, the second bad guy, invading the headquarters of the Fantastic Four is too dangerous. Anything may happen to us here.
Silence! No one advises the Seeker. The Seeker fears nothing. We shall proceed.
This dude's costume is fucking bitchin'.
It's Jack just going nuts.
Color scheme's right, because later
Yep.
in this episode, we're going to tell you about a color scheme that went, oh, someone told you after the first one issue was published to change that.
Oh, I have a no price for that when we get there.
Good. Oh, cool. All right. He's wearing a red hat. It looks like an old pith helmet, like an 18th century British pith helmet, painted red with a feather in front, a purple headband, and it actually has straps so you don't lose it, Johnny. Don't lose your hat when you go out to play, kid. That costs $40. I don't know if that's my Scottish grandmother with her Brooklyn accent mixing with her Scottish, or when I get old, my wife is gonna have to deal with her husband talking like Harvey Fierstein. Because I do like to imitate Harvey Fierstein. But that is the henchman book. But it's great. It's got a little white apron or vest. It's all red with purple gloves with white cuffs, a great Kirby belt.
In like a giant gun holster thing? I'm not sure what that was.
It's like he has his hand in it one panel and a pistol in it the other. Is there one on both sides?
No, it looks like he only has the one.
But it's really good. Does this dude ever come back?
I don't remember the Seeker ever coming back. I'm sure he has probably appeared, but not to my knowledge, or at least not to my recollection.
Yeah. Well, he's an Inhuman, and they think that the Dragon Man's an Inhuman, and I'm like,
how?
I don't know, because it's just said later in the thing, oh, we made a mistake. Well, yeah, but I like him, but there's no hint of him in the previous issue.
No.
But what do you think of him as a villain? Or not as a villain, as a character in this piece? I mean, that's all anyone is in this, even Maximus.
Yeah, I think in a second draft, we wouldn't have had this guy, honestly. Like, if they had a little more time to plot this out, Jack might have gone, let's just make it Maximus and just tighten things up a little bit.
Because we'll talk about Maximus when we get to him, because I just read Avengers 150. Not Avengers, FF 150, like 3 days before I read this, and that's a later Maximus. And I like Maximus when he is written well, and sometimes he's just a crazy guy. He's just Renfield in a way.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. But I kind of like him. I think he starts great, and then I think it's like in a second draft, I would have definitely he would have either been Maximus, or somebody is like, whoa, wait a minute, dude, I'm the planner. Maximus, oh, you're a dupe. And then you could use him again as a bad guy.
Yeah.
But what they do with him later, I don't really agree with. But I like the sequence. And Kirby, is he upping his game with these cool machines? These costume designs? Or is
he's going nuts? He just wants. I could die tomorrow, and I want to go out on a high note with every Kirby tech there is.
Okay, here's is it because him and Joe become simpatico? Is it because Joe is adding to it? Or is it and this might go back to simpatico, or is it Kirby giving him something complex, and no, it's not going to be erased?
Okay, so my question for that would, and obviously probably, I would want to compare and contrast what Jack's doing like over on Thor and Hulk at the same time.
Oh God. He's not on Hulk by this point.
I thought he checked, and I thought he was still on Hulk at this point.
He may be. I'm reading it. I'm early in it, and he's still in the first omnibus. Yeah, okay. He may be because Hulk started later, so he may be. Yeah, and I don't know if he's in Thor. He's definitely gotten into the better Thor.
Oh, okay, because you were saying some mean things off the air that
I haven't gone back to it because maybe I got to catch him reading. Folks, I've still got the broken foot. I'm gonna have the broken foot forever. Or I'm gonna have a peg leg. Because my wife and me decided if this goes south, that I'm getting a peg leg, and everybody agrees with me. Even Kirby wouldn't mind if I needed a needless amputation, as long as I could entertain the world with a peg leg and a pirate eye patch for the rest of my life.
Dance for me, monkey. Dance.
You base me. But my wife said when I took a picture, did I send it to you? I
You sent me the picture, the
yeah,
pirate hat.
my beard is that perfect old pirate beard.
Yep.
You know, the pirate hat didn't really look that much out of place on my fucking head.
It didn't.
So, if I could sing and could sing that fast, I would go out for a road show of the Pirates of Penzance. And yes, I do like Gilbert and Sullivan. But the space back to this, I think it's a little bit of all three. I think Joe's going, Jack. I think Jack's offering Joe, are you the man to do this? Are you not Vinnie Coletta? And he goes, Jack, I am so much not Vinnie Coletta that I'm going to be on this book for 20 years and put my kids through their dentures in school. Because I don't know enough about Kirby. Does he think what he thinks of Joe Sinnott?
So what I have read is that Kirby wanted Joe from the beginning, but Joe was too expensive.
I can see why. You get what you pay for because it's masterful. We are really visually, they never get off beat. And I think it frees them because I think this is some of the cleanest Kirby art. When I read it the first time, I was having there was the trouble with the kitty stuff,
and
which got greater on the second read. Where this, I knew we were out of it, and I was happy, and I was getting through it. But I'd read these all the time. Now with another set, with this third pass or whatever pass you want to call it, it's all boom, boom, boom. I know why my brother boom, boom, boom. It all just works, and it's just getting better. And whatever he calls his freaking rod. Wait a minute, because I wanted to say this because there is a line in here. It's at the bottom of page 7. They need to open a hole in the wall of the building to get Dragon Man out. And I'm like, how the fucking FF get him in? Isn't there a service elevator?
I was gonna say, like,
You're
they could
from
prom in from
technology.
the roof.
You would have invented the fucking elevator. But he's using it, but it has to have a different task. So it's one of those universal weapons. And please read this. You need to read this word balloon, and then I'm gonna take the hit for having the sense of humor of a 12-year-old. Please proceed.
Okay, so second to last or last panel?
Actually, I think you need both.
Okay,
because they're two. He's got the same weapon in his hand, but he gives it 2 names.
Okay. Our unwitting hosts must have some sort of removable wall, but we need not waste time searching for it. Not while you can simply crystallize the wall molecules with my distorter gun. Fire! Enough. I'll complete the job with a simple force blast from my universal control rod.
Okay, so I thought until you just read that he was doing both things. I didn't see the grayed out guy zapping it. But my thing was, I couldn't stop. When I read this page. I really just stared at these pages at times and then go back. Now I gotta go read the word balloons because the art's so good in it. But when he does it, all I could see was like, he said universal control rod. Because it's kind of like any superhero villain thing. He just can do anything. But there's this thing is Jack drew this and Stan went, are you going to make me in dialogue? Did he need to explain that they had to knock a hole in the wall? Was the kids go, well, how did they, but is it because they had children? Did Stan think the kids are too stupid to realize that he's just going to, or are they asking, how did he get him in here? I did a little bit when they get in at the window. When I reread it, it was like, how did they get it in? Like I said a moment ago, but did Stan have to go? Felt it was like, Jack, stop doing shit that I'm going to have to explain. Or Jack just trust your reader. I can see that being a frustrating partnership.
I think it's a lot of Jack trusting the readers more and kind of wanting to have fun with Stan, whether out of good nature or to be a little bit of a dick. Could be 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, Jack's at home paying a bill and going, you cheap bastard, Stan, you fucker. You make way more than I do. I bet it, but I think it's great. I think the spaceship looks cool.
Yep.
And I like that he creates I gotta say, whoever invented the Blackbird, that gave the X-Men the Blackbird. That's Cochran, being the Air Force guy.
Oh,
You know,
okay, that makes total.
Remember, he was enlistment in the Air Force during Vietnam.
Okay, yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, and I think Sal or Sal or John created the first Quinjet, where it doesn't look aerodynamic at all. It's got the 3 things in the back. It looks better from the back than it does from the front. I don't know. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's the one they got from Wakanda.
Yeah.
But then they get the standard one. It's just chef kiss, and that may be burned. So, but they're aerodynamic. This one isn't. I like that. I think Jack is, because you think that default look, are we deep? This is the default look for the FF.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah. We're in, again, platonic ideal FF.
Yeah. And then we go to the next page is where they're flying out, and we get back to the battle between the Beast and not Beast. Jesus Christ, Ross. The Thing. I saw Blue and just went, where's Hank?
I get it.
Okay. So the Black Bolt Thing fight, but we get to see, man, just fucking Kirby tech, like mind-blowingly beautifully. And I'm looking at the pad right now on my pad. So it's a little brighter, it's a little shinier, a little more, not realistic, but a little more. It's just so good. It's just so good. And then, okay, I like that. And he'll switch from exposition to, in one area, a different place, to action in another location in the middle of a page, trusting I bet Stan's going, why is it not because other people would have a kind of little mini cliffhanger at the bottom of the page. You don't need that. You want to see a flow of time. You're jumping in real time. These would be what people in a movie would be a quick cut. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, 100. Like again, like this is Jack. Like he has at this point, he knows how to draw a superhuman fist fight, and he is just kind of having a blast. And again, if you erased all of the dialogue on pages 8 through 11, the next fight, you would still have 100% right idea of what's going on. And I think that is part of the reason why Jack, why there are so many people, kind of myself included, where it's like, yeah, Jack does most of the writing here because he's having to pace this out. He's having to structure this story. And Stan's just Stan does, and his writing has gotten much better in these stories. The dialogue is better, but he is doing the dialogue, whereas Jack's doing all the art and a lot of the story.
And I mean, I want to figure out how they decided where all these word balloons went.
That's one of those common processes I don't understand.
I mean, he does, but Jack, you can see in the middle of page 9 is an example.
Okay.
Jack left. I don't know who decided. Who decides his pow?
I thought that was the letterer.
But you have to know strategically where to put them because they're very strategic. So maybe that's if I go to Google AI and ask who does. I think the letter is told, but is it by the writer or the penciler? Because Jack, on that middle panel, there's no room for a word balloon above Ben. And because I'm a word balloon guy, and I'm glad we're hearing what Ben's thinking. He shouldn't say that shit out loud. And I want to know that that he admires his opponent, because it's Stan telling you that they're going to be friends at the end of this story.
Right.
And that's
because
important to know.
Right.
And to show that Ben is open-minded, that everybody he fights not a villain. Sometimes, hey, I know there's a mistake going on here.
Yes. They're clearly not antagonists.
Yeah, okay, it's time we need the Ben voice. I want you to kind of read that section because it is important. But
you want to start at the top of page 9?
Yeah, but I want to say it because these are being wedged in, folks. This dialogue is being wedged in between like 2 and 3 panels. But I think I found it insightful and entertaining. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, let me see. Are you talking to me? If we was playing leapfrog, you'd win hands down, you blunt jumping jack. Huh, but we ain't playing leapfrog, and I knew you had to land sometime. Now I'll unload that blasted pipe. I won't need it for what comes next. I kinda hate to do this. In a way, I almost admire the guy. I'll pull my punch a little, and no sense having him any more. No sense hurting him any more than I have to.
It it all makes sense. It is, and it's we get to hear. See, I make you do your Ben voice like it's the party trick, but I want Ben. I love Ben. He is my favorite FF2
He
because
is,
he's the most relatable.
yes, and I don't know if I've said on the show, like whenever I try to do this, it's Art Carney playing Travis Bickle. That's how I have to translate it in
Yeah,
my
I
head.
hear that exactly, and that is really kind of twisted. That you you have an Art Carney reference at your age.
Okay, so total. So, folks, I know we've gone on 1,000
Tangents already.
divergence.
We're on page 9.
Yeah, but it's like one of the most defining things of Kirby is I was in the comic shop in college, and a buddy had a pork pie hat, and I just did that voice basically with a little less Travis Bickle. And I'm like, one of the comic shop owners, like 40-ish, she's like, Kirby, I'm just surprised you know who the honeymooners are. I'm like, yeah, but it's Art Carney, blah blah blah. And the other guy who was probably 31, Kirby is a 40-year-old man trapped in a 20-year-old body.
Yeah, I'm a huge art. I'm not, it's like you had a lot of nerdy stuff. Yeah, man, that's the same me. I know. I love Women Pal Thin Man movies from the 30s.
Yep, I love those.
Oh my God! And if you own HBO Max, why aren't they all on?
They have been at various points. It's all that weird.
You know what's on right now? The
What?
the later ones, the ones in the late 40s and 50s.
Oh wow, where you have
The
shit,
kid,
what's his
Nick
the
Jr.
kid? Yeah.
But it's still Myrna Loy and it's still William Powell. And they made, I was looking and they just, folks, this be very quick. William Powell and Myrna Loy, watching them act together is like watching the greatest ballerina, male and female ballerina dance on a stage. And they should have been making rom-coms every other day because they are on the client. They're the Thin Man I put on the level is almost on the same level as a rom-com as Bringing Up Baby. And I can't remember the second one. There's a second one I want to
the
do.
Clark Gable one.
Yeah. Well, no, that's that too. But they're just perfect, and they should have it on it. But back to your Stan and Jack, and I just think it's perfect in this. And this battle goes on for another 2 pages. What, 3 pages? 4 pages?
I know
it
that's
ends
kind of
on page 14, but we get everybody. But it transitions. Black Bolt's starting to get torn, and he does a karate chop on Ben on page 10 that just kind of locks him in this half thing. And that's when all of a sudden we find out about his powers because Jack's go, okay, I'll show you he's weakening.
Mm-hmm.
So Stan
has to come up with something.
Yeah, it's great. And I like Ben's thought about,
whatever that master punch of his, he ought to pattern it. I feel like I've been booted around by the Hulk.
Yeah, it was just like a nerve pinch. It was cool. And then Karnak, like, this is why I'm starting to like Karnak, man. He's thoughtful. He's like, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
He's not dumb. And then Lockjaw comes back and he's an attack dog. Another reason he should be a team member.
I like that. I really like him. The look he gives on the top of page 11, right before he picks up the steel beam in his mouth and smacks Ben with it.
All right. Yeah, I do too. And he said, yeah. And Johnny's on the side going, I feel like shit. Oh, I shouldn't have had that Taco Bell. Oh, I'm not washing this suit right. He looks really bad. Johnny looks awful. But I want to say something about Lockjaw real quick. We're going to go back to that lineup. I'd have to give you Gargoyle back and force you to have Gargoyle on your team because Gargoyle could sit on Lockjaw's back. They could be buddies.
Oh, I
think Isaac and Lockjaw would be good pals. Are you? I'm a Gargoyle fan.
I like Gargoyle. I think he's one of the better later additions to that Defenders run.
He's like Monica Rambeau. If I do a Defenders line, he's always in it because you need that kind of old man. I made a bad deal with the devil. Yes, you did, motherfucker. You had 100 years, but you're a good friend. He's really, he's one of those characters everybody wrote right. So, but it's great. Lockjaw. Lockjaw has emotion. I didn't realize how much emotion Lockjaw had early on because he's like, you've been hitting my king. Yeah. I'm gonna whoop your butt.
And what I believe at some point it's established like Black like Lockjaw was Black Bolt's dog or whatever. So it's like, okay,
See, I've heard that. I
retroactively,
heard that also one person wrote him he was humanoid, and this is what he mutated into.
yeah. I've heard that, but I've also heard that
Oh,
one retconned out like within the same year or
Um,
something. So who
or
knows? Like that's writers being
I
pissy
lost
with
my
each
mic.
other.
Hold on. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I couldn't hear you for a second because
Oh,
I'm flailing around. I unplugged my earbuds.
it was like I have heard that like that's what Lockjaw mutated into, but I've also heard that no, he was like a dog thing. It was like within the same year or two, so his
But he's
writers being pissy
sentient.
with each other. Yeah, no, he is definitely like smart. He is like
He's just like any out of them. It's just
yeah.
they can tell they have this kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge, fart, fart, whatever, maybe how they can tell what each other the nonverbal ones are saying. But Johnny comes back and then he starts zapping stuff. And man, on page 12, watching Lockjaw run around, I was like, oh, this, folks, is why I bought the Crystal Lockjaw action figure set because they had a Lockjaw figure. I've always loved Lockjaw. He is, he's that perfect character popping up in FF. Hey, Lockjaw's come. We're going on an adventure. But I just like this. I mean, and I think, then you get the background. Well, you could call them the background Inhumans, Gorgon, Medusa, Karnak, all of Crystal Flea using Lockjaw, and that takes like 3 pages. And Johnny is in love.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Well, he's in lust. Let's be real. He's
But
15.
but by the end of this, they're all having. She's in love. It's like kids.
Yeah.
Okay, is this 60s? Oh, I've met my love at first sight, or is this 1982? I want to go hide it, going to sneak away and have my first kiss.
Yeah.
Or is this we've been told we're not allowed to do dirty things and we have these uncommon needs. But they're kind of randy.
Yeah.
And people fall in love a little too quick in comics and I'm in love. But sometimes it's a little cringy. The dialogue, I don't think them liking each other's cringy.
No.
I think some of the dialogue is really fucking cringy.
Yeah.
So, but it's so good. The art is so good. Reed looks perfect. He's a little thicker, but he looks perfect. Ben, it's just perfect. I mean, I'm sorry. Is there anything on this page or any panels you want to kind of point out?
No. I think we've kind of covered it.
All right. Everybody gets an action scene. So we get more Kirby. I like that.
We're still in that same hover bike from last issue because like the Fantastic Car has been destroyed.
Yeah, but I do love this hover bike.
It looks cool.
It does. It looks cool when George draws it later. It's great. But I would be concerned that Reed's recording everything. Oh, he would record it in Dragon Man's room. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. But I'm going to be looking for bugs and cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Ben's going to be like going, "Hey, I may be made of rock, but I do things in the dark that you don't want to see." Okay, and then it'd be Ben going, "I'm doing this as a friend. You don't want to see that."
That's why I have a rock tumbler.
Is that what he calls his his fleshlight? His rock tumbler? Yes, I made that joke, people.
That's what I was going for.
No, but you're nicer. I want to take the blame for that one. But I like it. No, and it's just, god damn, man. It's like all of a sudden once Vinny left, we knew this was going to happen. But since the last
it's night and freaking day.
This is night and day from last issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is because you see we're Tryon in, you're getting all the plot. And
Dragon Man's looks bumpy and uneven, like he should. Yeah. Like the tail has so much more, and that to me says Senate is like, okay, I'm gonna make sure like not all of his scales are gonna be the same size. It's gonna be bigger where they're gonna.
I like that his wings kind of fold up.
Yep.
I like the Seeker spaceship. It looks like a Doctor Who spaceship from the late 80s.
Okay, I can see that.
They would lower this shitty model on a string. It looks like a hexagon because they found some piece of styrofoam in that shape, and then they would put tin foil on the top and a yellow light in it, and people would go, "That's a spaceship," and it goes, "It looks like the entrance to a hotel."
It sure does.
Oh, look, it's a Comfort Inn. Let's go. They don't have bed bugs. But it looks, and they land on it and they fall through the roof. It's like, Reed, you're pretty fucking stupid. Don't you have a tricorder or something? And they land in on page 17.
Whatever.
I want
Jack
you
had
to
an
name what
idea.
this machine is.
Oh, you want to hear my idea?
Yeah, I'll listen to yours because I'm going to tell you what mine. I just want to see if we're on the same wavelength.
No, you go first. You go first.
I think it's an empty hot tub or it's a playpen. It's the one of the two.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially with the pipes that are like leading into it.
Why are they landing it? Well, you came through my roof and landed in my hot tub. Just cleaned it. We're gonna have a barbecue later. But I do like the interior of his man. He looks good. I wish I had Googled. Does he ever come back? Because I'll go and read it if he hasn't. Because his face is good. The sneaker is good looking for a comic character. Now we get the history of the Inhumans. I didn't know any of this shit.
No, this is one of those, like, this is absolutely Jack just fucking with Stan. I'm like, you try and make sense of this. I'm like, I know Jack wrote stuff like on the sides.
Well, he knows
of the
it's
pages.
a flashback. He knows it because the head's floating above. I'm
Right.
assuming that.
Right.
I don't.
But still, it's like, see what you come up with, Stan.
But he only gives them some. I want to say this. These are the weaker character designs, I think, of the story of these issues. They're very, they're kind of generic. The colors. There's some coloring issues I have with this. I don't know who the colorists aren't labeled, so we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Is it Jack?
I don't think.
I don't know enough about comic history to know.
I think in the 60s they really did not keep track of the colorists. Like there's so many
but it wasn't one of the people already on the book. It wasn't the inker or the letterer.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Penciler or Jack or hell Stan making rules. Yeah, okay. Right now my pad went into panel mode, which was good because it looks good. I might go back and read this, and I should do this when we do these. Read them in the Omni in full form, and then do panel mode on this. Because some of these panels, that's why I did that whole page. But so there were two humans, and does this get fleshed out? Do we know they're the Kree yet?
I don't think so. I think that is probably some later writer retconning.
Which is fine.
Yeah. No, it's fine because it's the good kind of retconning where it's like, okay, let's just flesh things out a little more, tie it into the story I'm telling now because it doesn't contradict anything.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay. And it's simple. It's simple enough that Seeker's an Inhuman, and he's trying to do something for some dude named Maximus and whatever. And this is how they came to be. But Dragon Man wakes up and starts adoring the ship and knocks Triton out. Dragon Man is going to be just here for fight work, and I don't mind it. It's
fine.
I think Jack just wanted to draw him, and Stan had to figure out why the fuck he was there. And then Jack goes, "Oh, he's going to break out and go do something else, and then he's going to fight the FWF or something." Well, he's running different plots. It's not the Levitt's ABC thing that since I've heard that recently, I just cannot stop. But we see Triton knocked out of his water, and I die free. This whole dialogue. And I like that the cliffhanger is just a single panel with Dragon Man on top of a roof.
Okay, I gotta say, this panel of Dragon Man on the Roof is how every episode of Gargoyle starts, with a gargoyle beast just bursting out across the New York skyline at dusk.
I actually watched Gargoyles. I was a grown man. I come home from work. It was on in the afternoon.
It's a fucking great
show. I would get high and watched. And I was like, wait a minute, is that Deanna? Is that
it shows like, oh, Riker and Troy can be good actors. Like, just next gen didn't play to their strengths.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really like it. It's a good cartoon. It's one of those ones where I say, that's your generation's cartoon, that and Batman's Adventures.
Yeah.
Me and Ken were watching that going, and he really goes, he's like, that's his Batman. That's his Batman cartoon. And I get it. I like it too, but I forgot that the first 2 episodes of Catwoman was on prime time.
That's so weird.
It's so different. It's so barbaric. It's like, this was a pilot. You can tell the animation is rough because it's so much better. And I didn't realize there were 65 episodes in season 1.
But back in those days of television.
Well, that's what I know. But the second one was 20, and the next one after that was 30. It was like they did the 100. They needed the 100, which is the magic number in television, old style television, that you can be repeated 5 days a week. And they just run you in order, and you just do it. So yeah, it's and it's folks, that's kind of what we're talking about. But we should probably speed up a bit, but we'll see.
Well, no, 49, I got a lot of air.
Yeah. So, but
let's speed up here. Yeah.
Let's speed up here.
For
Hold on,
47, the cover, I wish it wasn't the gray city in the background. Otherwise, I think this is a really good cover. And I know that's probably just a limitation of either time or money, but
yeah, I think that, do it. It's a great cover. It is a great cover. I don't think it needs an Alex Ross painting, but Alex, if you got the free time, why don't you do every Jack and Stan cover and make it a book?
So real quick, we got cover date 19 February 66 and on sale November 11th, 65.
Yeah. We're getting there. I like it. We got to go to the Hidden Land. What's the name of their city? Attilis?
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, when they actually say it out loud, we'll fake it.
Yep.
And we'll go on. But it's a great cover. Heads in window box. Love it. And I love the splash page. Beware the Hidden Land. Is that, what is that? A place where someone, hides stuff or something weird? But it's great. The Baxter building, well, they're in the Seekers headquarters. And Sue is, she's a compassionate. This is Triton, man. He looks so good in this, man.
He does look really
This
cool
is an iconic look. Doesn't he get gloves?
I think he does at some point.
Yeah, he gets, and I like him. And this is great. Reed goes, stop. We have to help this person. Good person. Oh, wow. Superheroes do nice things and have a positive outlook on people.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, right wing. So Reed tells Johnny and Ben to go, and Reed and Sue save his life. And you know what? They give you a little sign. They find the water hose. She creates an airbag, and they fill it up with water. And then the Seeker comes in. He's still my prison. It's like,
when I first read this, it's like the Seeker was just kind of standing back in the same room. It's like, you guys remember I'm here, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So, and again, we shift scenes mid-page, literally mid-page. And
I just noticed something for the first time.
What?
In Alicia's apartment on the right-hand side. Is that Jack and Roz on the faces?
No, it's Reed and Sue.
Oh, is it Reed and Sue? Oh, yeah, you're right.
And that's Ben. She likes to touch Ben and make models of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I like that. But I'm going to pull another panel. And just randomly drop it in a post that I'm creating on my tablet as we speak. But okay, so all of a sudden we cut to Alicia, and in the background, in the bottom two panels, the fight passes past her window.
I know.
Again, like Crystal running past in the previous one, and it's absolutely hysterical. Does she live like next door? Or
between that and the next issue or two, I have questions about that because it seems to kind of fluctuate based on the need of the story.
Yeah, and I think if you put these three panels in a line, it would look like an old newspaper strip, like if you were doing it. Did FF have a newspaper strip?
The only one I know is Spider-Man, and I know Superman at one point did, and maybe
Superman
even Batman.
had a good one. Wayne Boring drew Superman. It was really pretty comic strip. I love Wayne Boring, but yeah, they're passing by the window. It's hysterical. And she also they all need to seek some couples counts. Some emotional thing, because some of the stuff she says is a little creepy.
Yeah.
A little clingy, a little uncomfortable. I know you love him, your boyfriend, girlfriend, but this is some cringy dialogue. And I'll do Alicia with S. Harvey Firestein. No, I won't.
Okay.
No, that's not those wailing sirens outside. It's New York, bitch. They're always wailing sirens outside. You live in Manhattan in the 60s.
In the 60s.
Oh, sorry, folks. We're getting a flash flood warning here in Richmond. We'll see. It's really bad. Costner's in shut down, poor boy. It's all right, buddy. I'm right here. So she's saying this. It's like those wailing sirens. They mean more new danger. Yeah, you're dating one of the Fantastic Four, and you live in New York. Sorry, that's rude. I don't like it when people bitch about my city and say you live in the city and there's a lot of crime. Yeah, crime in a couple bad neighborhoods, but yeah, no, it's not like some Trumpian nightmare. Oh, wait a minute, we live in a Trumpian nightmare. For those real sense, new danger, will make new tragedy with some new tragedy in the making. But to me, the greatest tragedy of all is loneliness. Being without Ben for all these long, empty hours. If you only knew how much I miss him. Jesus Christ, that was horrible. I pass over some of her dialogue sometimes in these older ones for this reason. And one, I'm sorry if I sounded, it just is. He's either the greatest lover in the world. And then I feel, I don't want to imagine them doing, it's a comic book. It's this, they're in love. Love is chase love in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is really deep psychosis.
Yeah.
It's really uncomfortable.
I know Stan was married for decades. What was their relationship?
And he had a daughter.
Yeah. They did have
He has a daughter. His dauher, you remember his daughter had to sue because she was like, what are you doing with my dad's money?
Oh, yeah.
Because, he had whatever. But he raised a girl. I know my dad, my sisters have, I would say that they've had romantic. I wonder, we all think about, I miss my partner. I do this, I do that. I like this person. I have feelings, blah, and think things. I don't think I would ever be that. Well, shit. Victoria would go, yeah, you were that melodramatic during a breakup. But, we all have it. But, I know my father raised girls and they could handle themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they were also, he loved his little girls. He saw them. But this is real. Her stepfather loves her. That's the greatness of that character. It's not, she loves him. He was a good dad. He just is.
It's not her. He's a weird super villain that has always been one of the redeeming qualities of Puppet Master.
It's really weird. I don't really want to understand it. It's that needs to be a bad guy. But I had to bring that up. And then the two panels where they're passing through, and then they break into her apartment. Move, bitch, move. And I'm gonna because I do love Alicia, and I do love Alicia and Ben. I think she's written okay, but she's not written well until after Jack leaves.
Yeah, I think
leaves.
Yeah, it's definitely after Stan, and
she's good coming up with Silver Surfer.
Yes, she was really good there. The I go back and forth on how I feel about the Johnny Alicia relationship under Byrne. I don't know. That's the story. That's it. We've had enough tangents. We'll side past that.
That is something I do want to talk about when we get there, but I do too, because there are times I don't mind it, and there are times where that even the fix is wrong.
Yeah.
There are times that I do like the character we get from the fix.
Yes.
It's kind of like Yira in Legion. It's really, do not date the spy, dude. Bad form, or at least have a long story arc to make it right. But it's not. So we go back to Ben and Dragon Man. This fight scene's freaking great.
It looks so good. Okay, top of page 5, Ben with teeth there looks weird to me. It's like they'll go back and forth from issue 1 to today of whether Ben's teeth are in panel or show up. And this is one of those times where I kind of wish that they didn't show the teeth because it looks weird.
It does. He looks like a Muppet.
Yeah.
You know when they give Muppets teeth?
Oh, God, yeah.
But they do it on purpose, like the Newsman has it, so it's creepy.
Yeah.
It's also like people who get veneers, and it's like, dude, you never choose from the highest level of white. Me, when I had my first pair of dentures made, I went down to this little bit of brown color. They went, I said, you've had to remove some of my natural teeth. I smoked. There's staining that's not going to come off, and I'm not letting you give me a veneer. So I would like it to match. So my teeth, even with these dentures, they're a little whiter, but they're not this. This looks like, look, I got veneers. Jesus Christ, my retina's on fire. It does. He looks like a puppet. It doesn't look well. The brow is getting there.
It's pretty much there.
I love the brow. The brow needs to come back. I'm sorry.
It does.
It does. Johnny, Johnny, this is where we're getting the lines more. Am I seeing it's more?
Yeah, I think Johnny is looking more and more like how you picture Johnny's, like how his flame on works and all of
Yeah, I
that.
think these little red flames on his back, like the top of 6, go away.
Hmm.
But that's it. We're talking a lot of visuals, folks. Please tell me you have it. But they're fighting Dragon Man. Um, so one of the henchmen show. We go back to the space, the broken up spaceship of the Seeker, and the guy's coming in. Hey, I got a backup tank, and it comes with a wheelchair. Man, it's like cruising at the supermarket with the handicap cart. And they put Triton in there, but then they're gonna, you know, they kick Reed and Suit out.
Yeah,
I don't know what Jack Kirby, not you Kirby,
I know that's where I
intention
always have to
was.
say Jack.
I'm not sure, but then we and they're following him because of course he's got a super gadget and he's looking a little prissy, and Sue's got a cowlick.
Yeah.
But we get to the hidden land and we see the main Inhumans mice Triton come through what will become famous, and we see Maximus for the first time with a kicking crown.
That is Jack again. Jack just going for broke here.
It is. It's pure Jack. Maximus, you don't know what he's going to be. And I say I'm going to relearn Maximus in the Alpha Primates because I really have seen him. It's been inconsistent.
I forgot about them.
Yeah,
honestly.
I like. Well, I just read Avenge. I just read the wedding of Crystal and um, Scarlet Witch, and I realized something that ends with the last quarter of the page be the wedding. And
Okay.
you've had Patriot be racist toward the Vision.
Yeah.
And if you go back, folks, and you look at a FF-150, Scarlet Witch does not appear at the wedding.
Oh.
He is not drawn in the background, even though the Vision is. Yeah, and Patrio's a piece of shit. You do
man.
not. She's your sister, and she has come to your fucking wedding.
You started this, Pietro. No one else did. It's all on you, man. You piece of crap.
Dude, you're a just straight up fucking racist.
Yep.
So, but we get to see Black Bolt and beat up some of his. Okay, we talked about Medusa's power.
It's weird, but it works.
It does. It does. Karnak doing that. Whatever I need with the karate chop shit.
Yeah. No. This. Well. No, Jackie. They definitely would have had some martial arts movies.
Okay.
Probably make it over.
If this was modern time, that one panel would be 2 panels, and then if it was who's the character that they do? Well, they do in the Sherlock Holmes movies when they slow down for the fight scenes.
Yeah.
When he's doing, which I like. I do like the Robert Downey's. I thought I would hate them. I like Sherlock Holmes, but there's is it Karate Kid they do it with in one Legion era, or it's Shang-Chi? Oh, it's in Shang-Chi recently, I think, where they explain every time whatever hit he's using on people.
They definitely did that the Iron Fist.
It's Iron Fist. Duh.
Yeah.
It's modern. It's Fraction Iron Fist, isn't it?
Yeah. It's where it's like, second spinning dragon kick, third pose.
You would think that would get old.
It never did, because they would know how to make it a little fun where it's like all these cool martial arts and then it's Brooklyn headbutt.
Yeah, they're bringing Danny back as a tragic zombie character. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's Danny. I miss Danny. And I like that last Power Man Iron Fist, the one that was very hip hop oriented. Yes. But we get to see Maximus, and he's king and he's being nice. We don't know. He's supposed to marry Medusa, whoever sick, gross.
Yeah, because I guess because he's king, he has to marry Medusa,
aren't they all in the same family?
That's a bunch of questions Stan and Jack don't want you to think about.
Oh, Atlantia is not in the Himalayas. It's pick your Maine, Wales, whatever bad. I know you live in West Virginia. Us Virginians would make it a West Virginia joke.
I would drive down and smack you.
Yeah, but that's what we do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't,
Listen, Richmond.
I don't have, it's just the luck of the draw. It's either that or Louisiana. I always make it a Scottish joke because I'm a Scot. What do you call a sheep tied to a lamppost at Glasgow?
What?
I'm not going to say this. I'm going to make it Cardiff because I'm not going to do it because Dave's going to listen to it. And he's a Glaswegian. I'm not going to say it. So what do you, a sheep tied to a lamppost in Cardiff?
What do you call?
Yeah. Or recreation facility. I didn't make the joke up. I'm just repeating it. They are wrong. But then at the bottom of page 11, he just takes the crown. Maximus has machinations. And I don't know if I'm ever going to voice Maximus, but he's fucking batshit crazy.
Yep.
He's Richard III.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But he's Richard III when he's like 14.
Yes.
He's an annoying little brother. And then Black Bolt, man, that's a nice panel on 12. Him putting the sick crown. And it works with his costume.
It absolutely, and this is again where I'm like, I care way more about like all the Inhumans politicking than I have ever about Namor and all the Atlantis stuff up to this point.
I agree with you. And I think I like the Inhumans more and more because what Byrne's handling, Byrne handled them well.
Yeah.
But then we go to the FF. They've figured out where they're going and see it. Okay, this whole panel is about them traveling and landing and finding themselves there. It's 4 pages. It's water cooler moments. They're things that we're supposed to like, but it's all going to be about Sue's new hairdo.
Yes,
because she has on the plane a full beauty station in a briefcase. It's called. She's worried about her honeymoon. She needs a new hairdo. I'm on my honeymoon. I just got married. This is X6, and it shows her making it. It's we see this. I think this Atlantean Inhuman shows up over and over and over again throughout the history as the one flying over the hidden city.
Okay.
I think I've seen him before. But there's a force field or something, and they fly. There's storm cloud. They fly through it. They land, but they think Sue's been kidnapped. She's fucking invisible woman, you morons.
No.
And she's, I'm just playing a joke. And she has a new hairdo, and she's got her downward swoop haircut.
Which you will have for the next 15, 20 years.
Yeah, and as I said at the beginning, it's a limited woman hairdo. Yeah, that's what you're going for, Stan. And she's basically busting copying Crystal. She looks great. It is a much better look than the fucking Beehive.
Oh, so much better.
The matronly, she looked like a lunch lady.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. And swear to God, if I see a fucking apron again, I'm going to travel in a time machine and go, hey, Mrs. KIrby, is this you? You married a girl from the Bronx, from Brooklyn. Is he from the Bronx or Brooklyn? He's from Brooklyn.
I thought it was the Bronx.
He's from Bronx. Yeah, sure. If your wife's from the Bronx and you drew her in an apron like that, I don't think you'd like that.
I'm looking this up real quick, see where Jack's
all right. But it is true. And then we get back to the action as they're doing this. Are you familiar with the movie Shangri-La?
You've told me about it. I've not seen it.
Well, there's this thing. It's fucking the book Lost Horizons where you get Kunlun.
Okay. Right.
Every fucking hidden city in the fucking universe in the Himalaya comes from that. There is a Frank Capra movie which is wonderful, and Ronald Coleman's in it, and Jane White, who played Spock's mom in the TV show, is like 21 years old. Yeah, Spock's mom was smoking. She to me is Myrna Loy pretty. She is gorgeous and she's really good. It's a great movie. But that's what they're doing. They're going on the final bridge through, but there was be a blizzard going on. But John Reed's plan to lower them to the city puts. Did you do any measurements, dude? Because you put a stress on it and you got the big heavy orange dude holding you. What's he supposed to do? As they get into the city, it's funny. But and then and they said, of course, Sue has the best superpower of the team. She saves him. I don't think it's a whole lot. It's a lot of action, and then Crystal coming up. Another unhealthy relationship.
Yeah, well, okay. Crystal again will never have a history of good relationships.
All right, I'm catching up on FF, folks. You all know that is, and so I've seen him in the North stuff, and he's got the child predator mustache. he has the redneck, no beard, long mustache goes to the chin. And me and Ken I was explaining what happens at Doom's wedding in the Dan Slott era, which is like, she was a good character until now. You screwed her up because she was pretty strong and you made her fall for Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I hope you go into the fucking free clinic in Latveria after going with Johnny. he's an idiot. But it's a, it's still kind of cartoony, but the art's amazing. And okay, Black Bolt, a little bit racist.
Little bit
racist. We're not letting you human touch one of us. One of your people's a dog. And we're not talking about the two chicks.
No.
It's just, but it's very Shakespearean. It's counterculture. This is a new lane. It's what makes FF great.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing a lot of background in the city.
No, we're really not.
We will. He's going to take a pause and show you the sights, but we're going to see some more machines. And again, last page. It's just the Earth. I will pull the trigger on, what is this fucking gun called?
The Atmo gun.
Atmo gun. Yeah.
With an Earth. There should be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Enough said. Yeah. He's all we need is a wahaha written in there. I will always say with JLI, they put the wahaha in there.
Yep.
It was and folks, if you've ever listened to great I don't think I do it as much as I used to, but during Gallifrey's Most Wanted early ones, they had a lot of wahaha villains, like twirl the mustache villains, which is, I like it. It's the only way you explain the rationale of some shit. All right, we're up to 48. And another classic. This has been a fucking Alex Ross poster.
This one absolutely has.
It has to be, because it's the coming of Galactus. I hope that sounded like it did in my ear. If not, it just sounded like me talking in my hand, which is what
I got what you were going for. And this is everything we have been doing up to this point. Every rough freaking issue has been getting, I'm like, but we're getting one issue closer to Galactus trilogy. Getting one issue closer to Galactus trilogy.
God damn it doesn't line up perfectly, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But we got to Galactus. Well, I mean, but I think Inhumans, I'm thinking a little bit Hey.
You're recording.
Oh, sorry, folks. Ken walked in the room. Oh, you did? Oh shit, the movie's over. We've been going along. Ken went to see Superman, yeah. So but I think we talked about, we're getting to the Galactus saga. That's it. It's like, I think it starts a little earlier. I really think it starts when Vinny leaves.
Yeah.
And
like it's
and the last part of the arc is the Galactus saga. This is folks, the cover. It's 48. It's the Watcher standing there like he's about to shit his pants. He does look a little bug-eyed and a little startled, a little like maybe I shouldn't have gone to Taco Bell. But it's waiting for Galactus. I love that cover.
It's a class. I mean, there's a reason it's a classic. And again, one thing that I don't know if I mentioned, it's like at this point, Stan knows all we need, Fantastic Four, the coming of Galactus. That's it. Other than that, Jack's art is selling this 1,000%.
Yeah, it is. It's great. Again, we start with an action. They've gotten away from the reset. They're not doing that. The second cover, last page.
Yeah.
We get right into the action because guess what? The action is not stopped in 5 issues.
No. This has been the worst weekend of their life.
It's kind of like watching the first 3 John Wick movies.
Yeah.
Because they take place over about 10 days. And it's like, if that many people died in New York in 10 days, that place would be on lockdown. There would be federal troops. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You can't hide that many bodies.
Yeah.
But everything's shaking because of the Atmo gun. This is great. I like the Seeker's a wuss. He caves immediately. Who do you work for? Do you work for Maximus, or did you believe? Because I know Maximus is crazy genius. Was he the rightful heir?
No, I think he Black Bolt's the older brother, and Maximus is just the usurper. So a super younger brother. And look, it's like my dad told me, Kirby, You're the firstborn. You get 60% of the will. It's not. That's just the way it is.
But uh, but I like this. This part kind of goes fast. Maximus, I think a little bit with this is this issue, the colors not as exciting.
No, it's a little more restrained for the first couple pages.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's a lot. It gets them separated. They get forced out of the city, and the city puts an impenetrable thing, and
they call it the negative zone.
And Johnny and Crystal are separated from their love. You guys have the most unhealthy relationships in comic book. They are Janet and Hank, late 80s, early 90s, much more healthy compared to some of this. This is really some group therapy. The whole family needs. Read. Are you setting the right example for your friends, or are you just kind of ignoring the danger signs? But and then we get 2 panels. We go into the next story on page 7, and it's the first. Okay, we got it. It's first 2 panels of Silver Surfer. I don't think he ever looked so good. I think they got it really quick. I don't remember it being. This is the third, or this is the 10th. I looked at it with new eyes last night. Really did. And because I read all 4 issues last night, I went through the app and I looked at every page as art. Okay.
Yep.
And then I read them, and it wasn't hard to read them because it was difficult, but I was getting trapped by the art and then trapped by the dialogue moving around. But this is thing I've seen reprinted. So the fire skies is told differently later, which they shouldn't. It's right here. This is all lined up, man. This whole thing, which we all know the origin, as they're flying in Sulfur, it's just gorgeous.
Okay, so Silver Surfer is one of my absolute favorite Marvel characters. I love him. I've read this story a couple of times. The first Silver Surfer epic literally starts with these bottom 2 panels. I could go off for why I love all the Silver Surfer, but yeah, they get what he is supposed to do right away. And what I love is Silver Surfer's flying around, the Skrulls see him, and after all the time we've built up the Skrulls throughout this series, it's like, oh no, we're shutting down, we're hiding, because this is Galactus. We're not dealing with them.
Yeah, I also want to say that the Skrulls are look better and better
every issue, every freaking time they appear.
Yeah, they get closer and closer. And I read the first issue of Empire, whatever the new cosmic Marvel comic is, and they play a big part of it. And I've read Annihilation, so I got to read the second Annihilation, because I think they've been improved in the last 25 years, 30 years.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about Secret Invasion. Actually, they're a good villain, and that's the best idea of that. But I just think
executed poorly.
Yeah, just long-winded shit. I also think the first panel of page 8, is that 8?
Where he's soaring through the meteors.
Yeah. I watched the first couple episodes of the 90s Silver Surfer comic.
Yeah.
It's not, it's written by the same people that did the X-Men, so it's the level of dialogue doesn't have the charm, but it's very Kirby-esque. It's very Thundar the Barbarian, which that's a good thing.
They really tried to adapt this art style.
Yeah. But the whole fire thing, the street scene on 11 where people are losing it. Yeah. It's everything you need. You don't really know when you're going. It's so New York centric, but it keeps jumping to space. So they're like, what's going on? Do you really? I think they're building to Galactus.
Oh, this issue does so well of building the tension, because it's like, what's Galactus? Who's the Silver Surfer? What's going on?
Yeah. So it all starts. They get back to the Baxter building. We keep intercutting with Silver Surfer on 13 and 14.
Oh, before we, I brought this up online, but Ben is trying to save Johnny from a couple of people rioting, and this one dude punches Ben. Ben doesn't even flinch, and he tries to punch him again, and goes, "Ow, my knuckles!" No, both of your hands are shattered beyond repair here.
I like it when you see a superhero movie, Watchmen, with somebody breaking a hand, or you see like someone's hand get crushed in a movie. I like that, but I also like that Ben does the pink.
Yep.
Blink. Is this the first time they did the plink? Because I've seen it again.
I don't remember, but Ben's hand looks weird here. It always has. It's like it's inverted from how, I don't know. Like, I know what they're going for.
When he mutates, which 2 fingers merge?
I know it's so.
Does he have only 3 fingers?
Yeah, he only has 3 fingers. I saw it once as it was like the ring and pinky merged.
That's right. That'd be right.
Yeah,
But that would be a bigger fat finger. And,
I
but I wonder if it affects how he does certain things. Ask Alicia. But Reed goes to the lab. We're going to see more and more of this as we go along, folks. He's abusive to his wife.
yeah. Oh God, there is some awful like, uh, for the love of Pete, girl, is that why you just what you disturbed me for? It's like, God damn, dude.
If I'm Ben, Reed's my best friend, and he's talking
I'm
to
smacking him.
I'm going to the other room and punch him in the butt.
Yeah.
And but you find out later. But it's then the rocks, folks. I mean, if you've read this, these are the things you've seen. It's been reprinted. It happens over and over again. And then Galactus shows up with
How did Sue miss the Watcher standing right behind Reed on page 16?
No, I know there are times where my wife's mad at me. She doesn't need anything else but me.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Reed's a worse husband than I am. I hope he is worse than I am. And he's a pretty bad one. But it's just, I like it. The Watcher never looked better. His equipment never looked better. And
this is the best use of the Watcher, period.
Yeah. And when we get to 17, when the Silver Surfer finally lands on the Baxter building and he's firing his weapon, why don't they always do that when they draw him? Why wasn't that whenever he sets a blast, that his whole body, you see it inside of him, like it's contained inside the silver body? That's cool as shit.
Okay, do you want Kirby controversial Silver Surfer take?
What's that?
I think the Norrin Rad origin is stupid. I think they should have just gone with Jack's original idea of like he was always this eternal ethereal being, and him just being Norrin Rad just makes him another Marvel scientist.
Oh, it's a much better idea. And he wants to be human.
Yeah.
That's
just
damn, okay. That's him. He is pretty much he's got a glass jaw.
Yeah.
Because one punch has him falling. And yes, Alicia does live next street. If you're Ben Grimm, aren't you going to move your girlfriend someplace where there aren't a fuck ton of superheroes, like Iowa?
Yeah, you would think.
Especially not getting around in fucking downtown Manhattan.
Bottom of page 18. You must forget about him. Who rides the skyways? The danger is Galactus, for he is the ultimate danger, perhaps the final danger. The Watcher never looked so good. He never acted so good. Just
Yeah. We get to 19. We get another photo page, probably the best one yet.
Yep, absolutely. And then Galactus.
Yes. As I do this, I'm gonna screenshot that page. Well,
Yep.
I'll have to go back to it. But
So my no prize. At some point, it's established that Galactus looks the way he does because that's the only way our human minds can comprehend him. So this weird red and green Christmas tree look is our brains slowly assimilating to what he should look like for our brains to comprehend.
that's a no prize because that's what they meant, or that
That's my no
retroactive.
prize.
Okay, that's your fixing of it, and you deserve a no prize because it's shit.
Yeah, it's bad. It is bad.
It's lazy Silver Age Legion bad guy villains where they just have like a blue pants and a green. You know what I mean? They were just look, they're different colors. It's a different t-shirt and chinos. That's all it is. But Galactus, the costume, is his clothing are good. Now we get back to if this be Doomsday, the not even the last chapter, but we see Galactus and Silver Surfer and the FF running. This comic has been ripped off
a billion times,
and you all know what it is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. The only thing missing from it is Kirby dots coming out of his fingers. That is the only.
Yeah,
thing.
But you got Kirby stripy lines.
Okay, fair. That is fair.
All right. Okay. Reed grows beard like my father did when I was a kid. Swear to God, my father, when he got home from work, had to shave again.
Real? Okay, I was gonna make a joke of how fast it takes. I have to shave every other day.
No, my dad, his beard would grow. His stubble would be. He would shave it down, and he kept a razor in his. If he had to stay in his office after dinner time, he would shave again.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, he was a gorilla with nothing on the fucking top of his head. Yeah, I used to tease him about having an air chest, and he's all your hair and your head fall off and grab onto your body. He said, "Don't get fresh," and he did. I realized when I went bald, nah, he didn't think that was funny.
Hmm.
But we're all bald, pops. Deal with it. So all of us are bald. And then this front page, but on the splash page, this is a classic. Reads, look, they're all stressed. They've had a bad week, man, because it's been one long fight scene for the last 6 issues with
And
potty breaks. And that's
and
about it. And then there's the page 2, where you have Galactus and the Watcher, old buddies, talking about shit. Hey, man, this is my job. I eat planets. You can't do this. Well, I can do what I want. It's my job. But what about these people beneath us? Why do I care? They're ants. I know they're ants, but they're my ants.
that's what I love about Galactus is, especially in this story, it's like for the Fantastic Four, they're not even on the food chain here. They're just like they're
Yeah.
not even players.
And he spends a page telling you how insignificant you are and you're annoying me. And he's not having the courtesy of wearing pants.
No.
So you're lower than him. I'm hoping he's wearing underwear, but who knows? It may be
It may be a Ken doll down there.
Yeah. Oh, someone posted the thing. What did Barbie and what did Ken? Never mind. It was a Ken joke. What did he would do with Barbie? And there's if Barbie left town, it was 2 Kens kissing. It was like, Jesus Christ, that joke's old. But
Yes, it is.
so he shoots a bug spray on Ben. And I don't know why Reed needs to roll Ben up in him.
Because like Ben's writhing around like in pain or whatever.
The Human Torch goes after Galactus, gets zapped, and again he's covered in some chemical. Hope it's not a carcinogen.
Yeah.
But everything's going wrong, and they take time to wash up. A giant space guy that the Watcher said is the fucking end times.
Yep.
Well, we need time to count our blessings, figure things out, and have a bath. And Ben's in the. I'm not paying. Jesus, man, do you only have one bathroom for the guys? What the fuck does that smell like?
Oh God, just terrible BO and mud.
Yeah, Sue, because she's the one that cleans up after these. If their shit, I'm not picking up Johnny's stuff and their stuff up off the ground. You have to do your own laundry. And so they have to explain in Ben's dialogue that he hit him so hard that he flew across town, because it doesn't make sense that Stan had the same idea you and me did. Does she live in the Baxter building? No. Then I got to move her up to the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
So and he lands on, of course, it's comic book, but this is a great sequence. This thing, the rest of this issue is the thing that becomes the big moments in a movie about them. I don't know how they're going to handle a female Silver Surfer and Alyssa.
Alicia. Yeah. That's one of the like. Okay, they made that change. Like whatever. Like, but it's like you are probably gonna lose this moment because, well, one, I'll be honest. I think going with Galactus right off the bat is a bad idea. I
have an idea that the trick is that's just, I don't know. I'm hoping that's not the main point, that there's something else going on, but because they're in a different universe, we know we know they're in a different timeline.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them a lot of grace that if they capture if some of you just capture you put them in the costumes that got the Fantastic Car, there's 60 sheet science fiction. Just lean into that and lean into the family aspect and do what I have a feeling that Gunn has done with Superman, which is keep it hopeful, not dark and gritty. Galactus is scary on a sci-fi level, and don't go to Arthur C. Clarke. Go to Jack.
Yeah, and that's one thing I really want. I cannot imagine reading this story for the first time in the 60s, because there is, I feel like there's nothing at this point that is like this, like world ending.
No, they haven't, and the stakes are getting higher, and they're going to get higher. We're going to go to Wakanda, a nation where these Africans who have advanced technology hide from the white people.
Yep.
They're hiding. Yeah. Why? Because it's when white people have come to Africa, it's never been fucking good.
Yeah, no,
never. And you have this blind woman who doesn't give a shit she's blind.
Yeah.
She's teaching, and I think Norrin Rand It's like why I like Rom. I think it's why you like Rom is
Yep.
I gave up something. There's that thing, but I want to rediscover my humanity. I think
Hmm.
Jack's right. It could just be
He
I
wants to
discover
become
humanity.
human. Yeah.
I've never had a life other than this, and this woman gives me tea. I don't know why that's special. It's
Yeah.
what we do. It's what we do. Or if it's coffee, I prefer coffee myself. But it's just it works, and then it goes back into the big machine. It's just epic. It's bigger, bigger. The only thing on the bottom of 18, the Watcher,
About 18 or 8.
16.
Oh, you're
Oh,
okay. You're
eight. You know, I had to blow it up. I'm using my computer glasses so I can see you and I can't read everything.
sorry.
Page 8, he re-enters. I think some of this could have bigger panels, but I didn't realize they squeezed this much shit in.
Like this would be a year's story
Okay,
nowadays.
it would be 10 years in the new Avengers
Oh
book.
God,
Sorry,
yeah.
Ted McKay. I do like you. I do like your writing. I do not like your Avengers. I see a month ago I liked it. Next in 2 weeks I'll probably like it again. I don't know if it's the event, and because I'm enjoying the One World Under Doom event. I'm reading all of it slowly on the app, but there's got to be a short. There got to be an omnibus edition. You got to cut. It's got to be just the mini and anything time he appears. Some of the side stuff is interesting, but I don't know what's going on. But I like it. You get to see a history of the Galactus as best you can.
This was a very Star Trek. I'm dumbing it down to try and explain.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fine. I mean,
no, like not the Stan and Jack are, but like the Watcher is. Sorry.
yeah. I think what I like is they're giving you room to use them again because
Hmm.
they were using the fan right before. I think they realize that they've got a villain that they're going to use again and again. I
Hmm.
think the Inhumans, oh, we're going to use these. And
Oh,
they're getting,
absolutely.
because the letter pages, I look at it, they they should put them in the epics like they do in them. I think they're probably doing it for page count, but I like
Probably.
having them because I like when I've gotten past these, I have read, especially when I read one, when I saw one from a man called Donald McGregor. So yeah. Because it's all those Nord kids. And I like how we see what his power cosmic is when we cut back between the Watcher and the FF to it being explained by the Watcher and Silver Surfer explaining the universe to Alicia. And she's like, you don't have to kill everybody. You'll kill everybody on my planet. You don't have to do what the Galactus says. This is Earth, America. We're humans. We make our own choices. And it's not terrible dialogue.
No, this really works. I'll take the piss out of Sam, but no, the scenes here with Alicia and Silver Surfer really work. The
It's absolutely great. It's amazing, and we get to see Galactus. The costume's getting closer to the right color, page by page, panel by panel.
yeah.
And coloring people face red faced. It's just you put him in. It's yeah. Put on some pants, Galactus. Really, the people that are down on the street where you're floating above them are like, "Woo, Jesus Christ, brother." But he sticks out his pointer finger and brings down the Punisher. I like this Punisher. I forgot about this Punisher. I was
This
reading.
is this is so charming. It's a charming, really like Kirby fight mini boss design.
It
It's a
is, but
lot.
he keeps coming back, man.
Yeah.
He's coming back, but it's great. And then the Watcher sends Johnny of all people off on a mission. Johnny gets something to do. This is something newer.
Yep.
He zapped it on page 15 where his face is on fire and you see it growing, so he can burn bright into space and his flame not go out. And he goes to Galactus's house, the Gargantuan. That is one of the best designs Kirby has ever designed.
Absolutely. And again, it just plays to like, and we'll get it next issue, next episode. It's like this is the Lovecraftian humans don't matter. We are punching so far above our pay grade here in this
Yeah, you
story.
need to go get a weapon. You
Yeah.
need to destroy him, and it's great. The and again, this kind of fight scenes that go on and on that make sense, and there's still dialogue, folks. You can have a fight scene and talk. They do it in action movies all the fucking time.
Hmm.
But this is great, and they know they're losing, and we cut back to Alicia. And she convinces him, this is why everybody loves the Silver Surfer. I understand it. I did
Yep.
not love the Silver Surfer until Englehart and Rogers. I swear to God, I did not. I didn't get him. I fell in love with him. And when I went back and read this shit, he said, no, that's not true because I liked him in The Defenders. I
Right.
really liked him in The Defenders.
Part of the
He,
reason. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead. No, but I'm done.
Like
That
part
was
of the
it.
reason I like him is a lot of the same reason I like Swamp Thing at DC is he can be, he can be your sci-fi or horror character, but he works best when you're giving him weird, trippy, like thought piece stories, and that's kind of all right here. Like all
Yeah.
those building blocks are right here in these two issues.
Yeah. I'm reading through the 90s masterpiece era of Silver Surfer.
Hmm.
The Anglo stuff is in 90s, right? So does it start in the late 80s?
Starts in the late 80s. At some point, Ron Lim comes on. Ron Lim is your through line through various different writers
Well,
for like
if you
five,
want,
6 years.
yeah, and it's some of the best fucking cosmic comics ever written.
Yep.
It's definitely why I love the Silver Surfer, but it allows me to go back and read this and love him more because they play by the same rules. And I'm almost at the end of the Kree Skrull War.
Ooh.
That's the next 4 issues after, and it ends. It lines up perfect, and that's here. And I like that revisit of Shalabal and making her a powerful woman leader.
Mm-hmm.
And no, but my leadership is I'm a bureaucrat, I'm a statesman, and I'm an eco warrior.
Mm-hmm.
It's like comics out. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know who the bad guys are. You don't know who the bad guys are. Um, and but that tragic figure to bring the tragic, and then he falls in love twice. Jesus, man, you've been lonely, and you say you don't have that many, you don't understand emotions, but you really are just jumping from one unavailable woman to another.
Yeah.
Dude, I just read the Death of Manus for the first time. I'd never read that issue of Fantastic Four. So you see it, but I like Alicia in this. This is their movie trope. This is right out of a 60s horror science fiction movie. The girlfriend of the hero explaining to the monster, you're not the monster, your creator's the monster.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you do, is either of us done the Watcher's voice?
I think I have in the
All right,
past.
I'll allow you to do the end because, folks, we're not going to be on the conclusion. We're going to start the next episode with the conclusion of the Galactus. We weren't going to do a fifth one for good reason. We did it 30 minutes on the cover of the first issue. So why don't you do this, Watcher, and take her out, and
All right.
we'll sum up what we read real quickly because we talked a lot about it. Because we're going to sum up this. See, is it that do you have one issue in that volume of the Epic? Does that epic end on this, or does
No.
it go into college?
It goes through. I think 50. It goes through 51.
Where Johnny goes back to college and yep, okay.
Yeah, so that's it. Then it's This Man, This Monsters is how this epic.
Oh,
ends.
that's a great one to end that on because that goes into the next. Oh, perfect cliffhanger. Really good mapping. What does it start with?
It starts with 33 and goes through 51. Has Annual 3 in it.
That's a really good batch. That's a good volume. All right, back to well, let's have the Watcher walk us out.
This new development is one I did not anticipate. Never before has his faithful herald dared to defy Galactus. This means a new element has entered the great cosmic game of life and death. An element which may destroy my own carefully laid plan to defend mankind. Without meaning to, the Silver Surfer may himself be the cause of Earth's total destruction.
Boom, boom, boom. Next issue. Don't miss our mind-staggering conclusion. Well, you're going to have to wait about 4 weeks to hear our thoughts on it. Go read it. Again, it's a tiny panel. This is continuous action. And it's kind of like, I don't think at the time it's a change. I think it's a change. I don't know if this is the first comic. I feel this is the first. I'm really seeing it like what Roy and them emulate later is really coming from this.
Absolutely.
I think for solo books, you're getting it from Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's your big one for that same idea.
These are the touchstones because this is just what they mean about what Busiek says about the Office moments, which is those 4 or 5 panels where they go take a shit or have a group bath. Okay, they're an open family dynamic.
Yeah.
I just, you know what? I just think I don't really want to. I love the Inhumans. I really don't want to. I don't want to sum up what we've just read because we got to wait. We'll have to pause at the end of that next issue.
Yep. to talk
because
about
we're
Galactus.
gonna go, this is what we think of Galactus, and then go into one man, what is it, one man, one monster?
This monster.
Because that's important, and also why it's coming back. And they're going to do some traveling. We're going to see some traveling on the road. I think they're on the road for a little bit.
Yeah.
They split up they take a little break. I don't know. It's just we're going to go into another whole roller coaster.
Yep.
This was a roller coaster. It took 3 episodes to kind of go through this one.
It really
did.
Well,
it'll be 4 from shit.
Yeah.
We're kind of pumping through. My only last thoughts is this: it just gets better and better.
Yeah.
I'm happier. You've heard how animated I am. I'm sitting here. My foot is not so bad, folks. It's getting better. It was weird last night. I've never had this major bad bone shit. And people are going, oh no, what you're doing is it's a lot. It's a lot, but it feels better, less painful. It went through a transition last night while I was awake, and Leslie could see it, my, veins moving and things popping, and I could move my toe at will. But I'm really hyper excited about reading these and talking about it. And as we talked about, I got more hyper excited because this shit's so fucking good. It is. I know it's been 60 that you have to get past some of the cringy dialogue. And some of it is caused by the artist being addicted to the writer, and sometimes the writer being addicted to the artist. I don't know.
Yep.
It's also in the style. I do think the simpleness of this haircut moves it forward. Yes, thank you. You don't give her. Stop making her fucking Mrs. Cleaver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're past that, and what really helps these 4 issues, and where the point we're in is like, these are Fantastic Four stories. These would not work as Avengers. They would not work as X-Men. They would not work as Justice League. These are uniquely Fantastic Four stories.
I want to see the Terrifics do this. Bring back the Terrifics.
That's a good.
I like Jeff Lemire and the other person who wrote him. I love the series. Bring back DC. You're not listening. Dream One after reading. I haven't read the final part of the what's going on with Justice League. The last part of that thing that's going to lead into the next big thing. All in, folks. DC. That's my recommendation right now. If you're not following a lot of DC, I recommend you do at least Justice League, Superman. Superman's really good. Pick the one you want. Each one's a little different. Justice League, World's Finest. That's what you need. We're moving into something Legion that we don't want it's going to be, but I'm the breaks I'm going to give you, because what I've read so far has worked. Could it be better? Yes. Is everything I want it to be? No, but it's stuff I didn't know I wanted. But it's kind of like, it's this journey. But I would like to see the Terrifics are coming back, and they're not even calling it a compendium. They're just calling it a complete collection. It's a compendium. When it comes out, buy it.
Yeah.
But the team up of Mr. Terrific, Plastic Man, Metamorpho, and what did they call Phantom Girl in them? Did they call it Phantom Girl?
I think they called her Phantom Girl.
Yeah. It's one of the best super team books, and it's the closest DC has ever really come to this. It is worth it. And add Airwave. Yeah. I'm just saying that if you're not reading it, you will understand what I mean. Have them. I'm not joking. Spoilers. Plug your ears. Go no because what they bringing Airwave back in absolute power just to do what they did. People are acting pissy about it. You reincarnated and kill him. He's not dead. Please, that's not going to happen. It's fucking, and it's broadcasted in a single panel as Mr. Terrific walks off pen. Mm-hmm. It's not a big power moment. It's not. It's like this. That'll be later. Long game plan. And I think Wade and the editorship at DC is doing a good job. Mm-hmm. Hope it has a tidy end. We may not get everything. We're not going to get everything we want in the DC history, DC universe, which is kind of part of that too. But we're going to get more. And I like Airwave, and it could be the Terrifics good looking for him through space and time and whatever. And there are people out there, but please do not deconstruct it. Please give it some meat. Give me someone who overwrites a little bit. Because I think Jeff Lemire I love, but his JSA, I like it. I'm enjoying it, but I think he's stretching stuff out for 24 issues. Mm-hmm. I think it will read great as a read. I'm enjoying every issue, but I understand that I don't think they're paced well for 4 issues. I think take something and go back and look at go look at this era with those characters. This is me screaming out into the wind. Bring them back and have them search out lost heroes, and they could come in and out of the team. It just if those are four, because that was such a group of characters, and it's so like this, and that's why I love this. This is copy this again.
Yeah,
that's how strong this shit is, because we've been copying it for
pretty much 60 years at this
60
point.
years. Yeah, so that's it, and that's my recommendation. Read what's the all in stuff. Just go in Google, you'll know it. This Summer Superman's been really good. I got to read Spectacular Superman #2 to see if I really agree with it, because I like Dan Slott, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Kirby, I want to talk to you about that off panel at one point, because if you've read it.
Yeah, I have. I have to go back and flip through issue 2. Okay, so can I just do my recommendation real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give a brief recommendation because we're going to have a whole podcast about this coming up soon, hopefully. I definitely will recommend the new Superman movie by James Gunn with David Cornsweet and as Superman. I think this movie is a lot of fun. It's probably honestly my favorite live action Superman movie. It's the first time in my lifetime that I've walked out of a Superman movie in the theater happy. Is there a lot going on? Yeah, absolutely. But it's like, if you want an adaptation of what it's like to read a comic book, this is what it is. It's hopeful. Is it silly at points? Yeah. Superman's a silly character.
Man.
It should be, yeah.
Superman. Me and you're gonna have a much longer conversation.
It's very earnest. It embraces the silly aspects. I think it gives every character right that you want to get right. There's some stuff I've read online. I'm like, I don't necessarily fully agree with that, but I see where you're coming from. But I think absolutely, please, I want to see more of this. I think every actor has done a really good job. I actually don't think I think it's actually paced pretty well for as much as there is in it. And it's like, yeah, that's what I want. I think the humor that's in it works very well. It's not let's stop and make fun of this thing from the comic thing. It's like, no, Crypto is you get humor out of Crypto, but it's not Crypto stupid. Crypto is stupid within the film, or poorly trained. Is probably the better way to put it. But it's like, I can't wait. Absolutely. I'm trying, because Ross has not seen it yet.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to spoil anything, but if we got a Terrifics TV show, I won't be opposed to that.
No shit.
Or movie or whatever it is. Even direct HBO.
The Terrifics screams to be turned into an HBO animated series. Screams. I'm gonna go every time I see James Gunn post anything. I said, all I'm saying, the Terrifics cartoon, using your film actors for the voices.
Yep.
And just steal as much fucking Stan and Jack as you can. And I'm just going to have it cut and pasted somewhere on my computer. And just every time he posts something, I can do it until he tells me to stop or gets a restraining order.
Or
Or comes on the podcast and says, hey, can I begin your Terrifics podcast?
Hey, James, I got plenty of ideas. Look, DC should just listen to me as is, but that's neither here nor there.
Because I think he has a Bronze Age soul. I definitely knows he has a 90 soul. He does. He got it. He really got it. I know from the commercials he understands what he's doing. I think he does, because I think he's just a good director. I like it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
This is a great adaptation. And I mean this as a total. This is, what do you do if you want to adapt the Triangle era? And it succeeds on that 100%.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now I want to see it 10 times more. Okay, that was a big lightning strike. We'll see that. You guys might hear. No, you might hear it in a minute, because it filled my apartment with light. But folks, that's kind of be it. So yes, read some FF. We hate that we end this not on the 50, but we didn't even think, we knew we weren't good. I like that we're not. I like that one.
I kind of do too,
because it feels like the kids would have felt reading these comics month to month. Like, whoa, we're in the middle of the fight. Yeah, you've been in the middle of the same adventure for like it really feels like any good run of any good book. Like, think of a run of a comic that, wow, I just read 25 issues and it was one big story. It's just a lot of fun. All right, folks. As always, thank you, Kirby. It was a blast. We've been talking since 10:30. It is 3:00 in the afternoon.
It's been a long
recording.
recording.
Yeah, it made my day. I'm now going to get a hang out with my buddy Ken, and just that he's going to give me a thumbs up, thumbs down about the movie because he's not going to spoil it for me. He went and saw it already. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So as always, thank you. Please be safe. Please be safe. Be smart. Be kind to one another. Please be kind to your neighbors. Protect them from the bad people pulling them off the streets. To that hospital, that surgical center in California, good on you, fuckers. Good on you. Somebody comes in with a vest, no badge, and a mask. Tell them to get the fuck out. And read some comics. Read some comics where Superman punches Nazis.
Yep.